Welcome everyone to the 50 subscriber special. I noticed that I'd hit the 50 sub milestone, which might be the only milestone in the history of this channel. So we're going to celebrate it by doing the laziest content possible, React content. And as you can see, I have a Spax 3 video pulled up. So this was the first YouTuber that I ever remember going out of my way to watch his videos. I didn't have a YouTube account at the time. I would just bookmark all the channels that I liked. And Spax 3 was the first, I guess, YouTuber that I was watching on the regular. And this was back in, 2007. So we'll see how well this all aged. There's a whole archive of pretty much all of his stuff, or most of it, on YouTube. It's a 6-hour compilation. We're not going to watch the whole thing, obviously, but we're going to pick something out here to watch and react to for this 50 subscriber special. So I haven't seen most of these. I've seen a lot of this early stuff here. Way back in the day. I don't remember it. I do vaguely remember the Sonic Genesis review being scathing. So I guess we'll check that out here. 20 minutes.
Rated M for mature.
Whoa, buddies. Rated M for mature. All right, there's got to be swearing. Here we go. Thanks for the trigger warning, Spax. I very much appreciate it.
Game review.
Cartoon Network ASN. A little known fact is Spax has a subsidiary of Cartoon. No, just kidding. This is just what he called his channel. I don't know what the AS in the end stands for, but these are filed under game reviews. So very good to know.
Hello, gamer fans. Spax here. I have played something that has made my blood boil.
What is it, Spax? What I can tell, people used to make school blaster. Let's put it that way for YouTube purposes. School blaster jokes at Spax's expense, and you know what? I think I get it now.
It really pisses me off because this is one of the most crappy games I've ever played, released for the Game Boy Advance. Now, I was never intending to do reviews for that console, but this one, an exception must be made. This needs the most harsh video review ever
of all time. I wonder what game it is. It's Game Boy Advance.
And the worst thing that makes this the worst game ever, it's a re-release of a great game that was for the Sega Genesis, Sonic the Hedgehog, the original one, not that crappy 360 one. However,
don't you be talking crap about Sonic 06, Spax. I will defend that game's honor.
Compared to this,
yeah, his Sonic 06 review was pretty scathing as well, so
I was merciful to the 360 version. I'm not showing any mercy to this, and you'll see why. This game doesn't deserve mercy. It should be shot. It should be burned.
Whoa.
Do anything the hell you want to it. Just kill it.
Even grape? No, just kidding.
I'm glad EB Games isn't putting it in their stores anymore. At least not the ones I live near. Good thing. Their slogan, we take games seriously.
EB Games even exist anymore? Probably not.
Seems like they really do if they're not selling that anymore, because that game is even below the 360 game. Let's take a look in. First with a past overview on the original one for the Genesis. Past overview.
That amazing segment transition with the is he trying to do I don't know, what is with the voice? Is it like a Toonami thing?
Here's Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Genesis. This is the American version, as that's the version most English-speaking people are familiar with, but
yes, a lot of people didn't import.
It's not as finished as the Japanese versions, but it's still good enough to prove my point. The fun thing about this game is how challenging it is, where you have to run very fast, trying to collect and keep up.
That's the basic premise of Sonic.
50 rings until you get the end of the stage, and avoiding enemies and obstacles.
Right.
The objective in getting 50 rings in each level is so you can enter the special stage.
Did anyone like these special stages? I thought the one in Sonic 2 was a lot better. I thought this one was kind of meh. Chaos, but then again, it's like the first game, so you gotta take it with a grain. Make sure I'm on top quality, first of all. Only the highest quality for Spax.
If you collect all 6, you get a better ending. If you don't collect all 6, you get this ending that
You
says,
die.
"Let's try again."
Oh, you just try again. Never mind.
This was made back in the day where running, finding items, and avoiding enemies and obstacles were the highlight of many games.
That's because those kind of like most the collectathons is kind of like we hadn't explored a lot of genres yet, so yeah, this was pretty much it.
This one was very popular, and many had successful ports to the Game Boy Advance. How could this one go so wrong? Well, let's take a look. Now, here's the version of the game which is under the title of what I call one of those games that make you want to kill yourself!
Okay, ear grape warning, by the way. I was a little late on that, but a lot of these early videos, and early YouTube in general, was just like, yeah, a lot of ear grape.
Gameplay. Okay, the openers is enough, but let's get to the actual gameplay.
What the hell is that? Anniversary mode?
Alright, it was nice of Sega to add in Spin Dash and Sonic's first
Oh, okay, that's what that is.
game like they did Sonic Jam. Unfortunately, in the Anniversary mode, that's all they added. Other than that, it's no different than the original. So what's the point? I mean, you can choose to do the Spin Dash.
So they can have a feature on the back of the box, Spax, you idiot. Just kidding.
Really, what was the point of giving 2 options?
I don't know.
What the hell is this? I'm not even touching the direction pad and he's still running. I thought he was supposed to slow down like he did in the original.
Okay, it's very clear that the momentum here is very scuffed, and that's because I don't think this is based on the original code for the game at all, because you know how good Sega is at preserving code.
What? Okay, what the fuck?
You ran right into the spike, no, I'm just kidding.
I was just standing right next to it. That never happened to me in the original version. The glitch acted like it was sucking me in fact.
It has its own gravitational pull, Spax, don't you know?
God fucking damn it! Ugh, let's go back. I mean, seriously, look. It pulls you in so it can crush you and kill you. What kind of stupid glitch is that? The
That's
original
pretty standard for Sonic games.
never did that. Hate these damn glitches. And what the hell is up with this bad collision detection? This bad collision detection is another fatal glitch. You don't decrease speed at all. It's supposed to stop you, but it doesn't. It continues pushing you forward without the use of the control pad. You nearly hit Crab Meat.
Don't hit Crab Meat. Is that what its name is? Jeez.
And due to it pushing you forward and not decreasing your speed, you can actually touch the top of the bottom of a ceiling before going under it. It's a
Yeah, the physics weren't dialed in. It's no Mario 64, that's for sure.
fatal glitch for Spike.
That's the peak of physics in gaming.
Take a look at this. Not even a red spring stops this glitch.
He's too fast. Sonic's too fast for the Red Spring. If anything, this is the true representation of Sonic.
Shit. What is wrong with the R reverse sphere? You keep touching it and it keeps going back and forth. In the original Genesis version, when you touched it,
He's like out of breath already. Like this is an exhausting process.
worked once, and then you'd have to go away and then touch it again for it to work again. But this way it just makes things more frustrating. Holy shit, the boss battles aren't even challenging anymore.
You're supposed to bounce like significantly further. I'm not complaining about that though. The boss battles were rather
And
one
how
note.
come underwater, when you touch spikes, they send you flying so far? Nothing else does that, and they don't do that on land. Sheesh. And the fact that the bottom and top is cropped off makes things worse. Oh my god, look at the slow frame rate. No, I did not slow
It's pretty bad.
it down this time. Listen to the music. This is actually it going slow.
It's cinematic mode. That's what they didn't tell you. That's the secret mode. Is you have original, anniversary, and cinematic mode. So you're playing it like you're playing a PS4 game, Specs.
The game does this in every level. The frame rate slows
You know,
down.
the human eye can't even tell the difference between 30 and 60, so...
You think the save feature is something special? No, it's just basically a level select that you have to earn by suffering through each and every level in gameplay. And the jukebox. It's nothing more than a sound test.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what a that's what a sound test kind of is conceptually in the first place. I don't see what's really the point of pointing this out in particular.
These were all things in the original cartridge for the Sega Genesis. You just push up, down, left, right on the tile screen.
Okay, and that's like more, like slightly more polished and presentable than the fucking... I don't know, Specs. Like, what do you want?
Wait for a ring chime, hold the A button, and push start. And there you go. Level select and sound test. And the best thing about this is, it was from the start. It was a cheat code you had to do. But in here, you don't get to do that cheat code. You have to suffer through the entire gameplay to unlock it.
Well, that's generally how unlockables work, Specs, so...
Did Sega do this?
What were they thinking?
Graphics. Now, by looking at it, you may at least think, well, at least they got all the graphics right. Now, to a decent percentage, that is true. But not fully.
It kind of looks terrible, if I'm being honest.
For one thing, look at the springs horizontally. The shading is upside down.
No, it's over. Shut down the game. Shut down the whole game. The shading is upside down.
Light
It's over.
On the top part, as that's where the light is shining, and the shadow.
Sega should never make video games ever again because of
the laws
this.
of physics, don't you think? Another thing that annoys me is that the special zone really looks jittery. I mean,
The whole game looks
never like that in
jittery.
the original game. One thing that kind of bothers me is that the Jaws robots are purple in this game. And yes, I know in the original game in debug mode they were purple out.
Okay, we're really complaining about this. This is like really, really not consequential. I'm sorry, Spax.
Water. But in the water of the original game, they were red.
Oh no. What a crucial detail.
Why aren't they in this game? They looked nicer when they were red.
I guess?
Okay, let's look at the ending of this version with all the Chaos Emeralds. Jesus Christ! They even had to ruin the ending!
What happened?
The Chaos Emeralds don't do shit! I don't believe this. In the original game, the Chaos Emeralds brought life into the Green Hill Zone, adding in flowers and such.
Okay, a couple details. They clearly ran out of time.
I don't know why they couldn't do that in this one. Sound, music-wise.
Oh, thank you for the clarification. Let's talk about the music in particular.
The music sucks. I mean, yes,
Great.
some of it is faithful enough to the original from the
Wait, why wouldn't they just keep the exact same music?
Genesis version, except for maybe the Spring Yard Zone music.
They change it? Oh, it kind of does sound worse, I guess.
The problem with why the music sucks is that it sounds so low-tech and inferior to the Genesis original.
It's low-techy. I don't even... It's a bit of a useless adjective, but...
And the Game Boy Advance is more than capable of producing it. The music on the Genesis games was in no way superior to what you get on the Game Boy Advance. They fucked up. They really fucked up. Sound effect-wise.
The voice, dude. It's like for everything. It does sound very underwater, to be fair.
This is the most pitiful sound effect I've ever heard. It's replaced the crashing through the wall, the breaking open boxes, killing enemies, and attacking Robotnik. And the ring and spring sounds are in low quality. The jumps and the stops are also different sounding as well, which is kind of weird because in the Master System and Game Gear version
Okay, we're getting really in-depth here. Let's hear it.
of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, they were the same as the original Genesis version.
Back when the developers weren't woke and actually cared, yeah.
Sonic Advance games for the Game Boy Advance, same
Actually, really good games, unironically. I remember playing the Flash version of... It was like a Flash recreation of the first few levels of this. It was very good.
crappy Genesis remake had most of the original sound effects in great quality, while this one does not. They fucked up. Sega's fucked up again. They must have been smoking something bad. Which actually makes sense, because I've been to Sega before. Most everyone there smokes. No
Wait, he's been to Sega? Did he tell that story? I don't believe it.
joke. Sound. Voice-wise.
Voice-wise? Okay, let's hear it. That's like the one voice in the game.
And that's it. And thank God, because this game was made before there were any voice controversies. But it's not saying much.
Oh, he does. Okay, yeah. If we were to get into his other reviews, he does talk at length about Jason. Please excuse the bird in the background. He does talk about how much he hates Jason Griffith and threatens him in a litany of ways.
It's not anything to earn any points. The GBA versions of the Donkey Kong Country games are slightly more graphically superior, and they don't have frame rate drop down due to speed or anything.
It's a Nintendo product, not a Sega product, so.
And their music is really faithfully recomposed to the original, and in much better sound effects than what this piece of crap had. In fact, the sound is better than what you got on the Sega Genesis. So there's no excuse on that.
I mean, it's debatable, yeah.
And some of the sound effects in the GBA versions of Donkey Kong Country games are superior to the SNES versions, so Sega had no good reason to do what they did.
Here we go, folks.
No serious gamer or Sonic fan would like or buy this game. It's a complete insult to this. This is superior. And to play it, you just get this. And you
because everybody has a Sega Genesis. Everybody has a Sega Genesis, Pax. Clearly, all you need to do is just get this retro console.
Have this connected to your TV and have a controller. And there, you're playing a much better version of the game. The original. I can name many versions of this game that are better.
That is true. The Sonic does have quite a few versions. It's almost like how there's like a million versions of Doom, like not quite to that degree, but there are quite a few versions of Sonic 1. I'm pretty sure you can play Sonic 1 in like a Tesla.
Then this. Let's look.
Okay, we're gonna go.
There's 3 versions for the Sega Genesis. It's on Sonic Jam for Sega Saturn, so that's 4.
Sonic Jam, I liked the 3D models you had when you would like run around the museum mode or whatever. That was pretty cool.
There's the Smash Pack for Dreamcast, so that's 5. The Mega Collections, which you can play on all 3 modern consoles, so that adds up to 8.
Mega Collection Plus was really good on the PS2. That's the one I had.
There's this thing from Radica that has it, so that's 9.
What the hell? Oh, this is that was like the straight to plug in to TV thing. I remember those.
Genesis Collection for PS2, so that's 10. And there's the Wii's Virtual Console, so there you go. 11 versions you can play on your TV. And if you want portable versions, let us show you what we got. The original cartridge is playable on the Genesis Nomad, so that's 1.
The Nomad?
Genesis
Did he mean the Game Gear? Because the Game Gear version, yeah, you can play it, but for like how long? 30 minutes, maybe? Those batteries drain pretty quick.
Which is also on the PlayStation Portable, so that's 2. And there's a cell phone version of the game. So there you go.
There's no way that cell phone version is any better than the Game Boy Advance version. Those early cell phone ports of anything was find one good game. They were all very scuffed.
Portable versions. I don't know why I even bothered buying it. The point is, this is the actual Sonic.
You got scammed. Idiot.
This. Not that crappy 360 PS3 game. This. Not this. This. Also, this has the versions that are this as well, including the Japanese versions.
You already explained that.
Far superior to this American version. And they are the true Sonic as well. Not this. So, what should we do with this?
Oh, here we go. This is the great trend of getting mad at a video game in a game review. I think we all know what comes next.
Well, let's take a suggestion from Dr. Eggman Nega.
You know, this ordinary kitchen knife is useful.
That's not Dr. Eggman Nega. That is a YouTuber. He's got a knife.
And a lot of things.
He looks like he would play guitar for the band Everclear, like this Santa Monica song. That's what he looks like.
Oh, like vegetables.
He's got that's a nice scooter in the background.
Cake, you know, things like that. But I'm gonna use it to cut this.
Okay, let's see it.
Not a bad suggestion. But I think I know how we can make this a little more exciting. So, let's get to work and destroy this thing.
Here we go. No, he's putting it over the... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh. Inhaling the battery acid fume, just like... I'm just kidding. Whoa! He's a sword master. Look at that. Sliced and diced in one fell swoop. Oh, shit. I didn't know he could do that. He's pretty talented. Chaos Beat! Chaos Beat? Is that what that was? Well, he has the courtesy to clean up. Dude, put some socks on, bro. That is not good for your plumbing system. Viewers, don't do this, please. Do not flush things down the toilet that are not meant to go down the toilet. This is bad practice.
It's sad. Sega gives this game the same problems the 360 game had. It's like they're trying to say...
Spax, it's a completely different thing. It's Sonic the Hedgehog in all capitals. It's distinct. Why does he compare them exactly?
Hey, our old game sucks, so why shouldn't the new one? And we'll prove it by giving you this one, and it'll be playable on a modern console you can take anywhere so you can see for yourself. Fucking liars. Cartoon Network ASN gives this game a well-deserved 1 out of 10.
That's pretty low. Abysmal. It's like descending into hell. It's amazing. Wow. Well, folks, that was interesting. That was interesting. I will give Spax 3 that. Very, very talented for 2007. There was definitely some cringe moments, such as the ear grape and his school blaster looking demeanor. But I would say I enjoyed that. So thanks for tuning in to the old channel. I know it's been a while since I put out some actual content, but rest assured it is in the pipeline. So stick around, guys. Drop a like on this video. Drop a comment down below what you think of Mr. Spax 3. And remember, stay safe out there.